And good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, it's exactly 11:30. The alarm on my cell phone that just went off said leave the room now. That gives me 15 minutes to head downstairs for the shuttle that leaves at 11:30. I like to give myself at least 15 minutes, even if it's only going to take me 2. It's just I don't want to be the last person on a shuttle. If there's an opportunity for coffee, I'm going to take it. And I have to do one last lap around to make sure, for example, I do not leave behind my charger, my earbuds, and toss this. This is a really, really nice thing to have in your lunch bag. It is, and I have rice all over the table. It's just a good pre-cooked rice. Some of them are very hard and unpleasant, but that tasty whatever it is pretty tender and yummy with a little can of chili. That was my lunch. Blah, blah. What else? Oh, so I'm flying to Vegas. I am flying lead, by the way. I'm not sure if I told you that. We're on a 321 yesterday, and we're on a 321 Neo going back to Vegas. Then we switch to an A320, and we do a penalty lap, which is Orange County, and then back to Vegas. So I don't finish the day until about 9:30 tonight. Feels like a long day, but I think I have one day off tomorrow. I'm off tomorrow. Oh, happy Halloween. If you're, I'm going as a flight attendant today. That's what I'm dressed as, or a bee. And today is the last day of Vlogtober. Womp womp. Today's the last day. You know, I'm probably going to keep filming for the next day or two, as I usually do, because I just get in the habit of filming. And I will do Vlogmas as well, which is a video every day in December as well. So feel free, leave comments, leave questions, because you know I'm going to need a Q&A to fill up 1 or 2 of those days. So any questions, any observations, blah, 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 just throw them in the comment section and I will appreciate it. I'm also going to head out of here, so I will see you shortly. Yay, coffee. Well, I did get randomed. I can't be unhappy about it because I've been very lucky lately, so that's no problem. 3 out of the 5 of us were random. Look how glossy my lips are. It is a beautiful day here in Columbus. It is a gorgeous day. It's in the 60s. Just a fantastic day. Very happy. The passengers in the gate look very nice. They look very pleasant. There's no chaos. There's no drama outside. So that's good. Because yeah, as you approach a gate, sometimes you get this little feeling for kind of the energy of the crowd, and it seems very nice. He was just pointed out to me that we have a 3.5-hour sit in Las Vegas before we have to do our turn to Orange County and back. Oh no, you're good. You're good. 3.5-hour sit. Wish me luck. Hey guys, how are ya? Welcome back to Las Vegas. Wish I was staying. So we have a 3.5-hour sit. I, for some reason, was completely ignorant of this sit until just before we took off in Columbus. So I'm going to deposit my bags in the crew room and then make my way somewhere for a quick bite to eat. Nothing crazy because I'm not very hungry. That rice and chili I had this morning was like, ooh, very filling. So I'm going to grab something small here, settle in, do a little doom scrolling, as they call it, on my phone, and hope that the time passes. We don't get home till like 9:30 tonight, and just such a large portion of that day is just going to be spent waiting. But, oh, the flight was very nice. The flight was very nice. Once again, as I think I said yesterday, some of you must not believe me when I tell you how great our passengers are, because I think most people in general are nice. I think most people are good. And if you treat them with patience, love, and tolerance, I think those natural good sides come out easily. And so, I mean, I'd like to think that I'm helping, you know, by being nice. But this group of people, again, they're from Columbus, where people are generally very nice. were just a spectacular group of passengers. We had these two young people. They ended up being brother and sister that were so utterly sweet. They were absolutely, you want to just nibble on them. They were so sweet. And their parents were up in front, and their parents, before I knew it, that they were related, were unbelievably sweet and kind and beautiful, just beautiful. And so I got a chance to chat with them for a while, and the people in the front were just great. So it was like a little bit of a house party is what it felt like, this flight from Columbus to Vegas. Hi, how are you? So it was a really, really, really nice flight. Very happy with it. So, yay. A little bite to eat. I could use a little caffeine because this energy that you see is completely topical. And I will see you later. Alrighty, so I am going to head over to Seagates because I think there's a couple food options over there. Wait, is the people mover that loud? Can you hear it squeaking? I am going to grab a bite over there, but also just waste some time walking around because we have like a good solid 3 hours before we have to be at the gate. So I wish we had a better terminal. Walking over to Seagates. As you're walking to Seagates, you'll find these two glass cases that are full of aircraft models. And I'll tell you, I don't know, which aircraft do you think stands out from the rest? Yeah, I think that's it. I love our livery. I think we have the best. It does speak to a little bit of history of Las Vegas. Hugh's AirNet was also yellow, but I love our planes. Hello after another really nice flight. 43 minutes, so nothing really truly exceptional about that flight except for there were no issues, no problems, no challenges, no one's getting up, blah blah blah. Super easy, just like we like it. And we've got one more leg. It's 51 minutes going home, and then I'm going home, and I'm very excited about that. So I will see you back in Las Vegas. And hello there, welcome back to Las Vegas. I get to stay for a little while this time, very excited. So I'm off tomorrow. I don't know what my report time is the day after, but I'm gonna have plenty of time to sleep. Oh my goodness, I need to sleep. I didn't sleep much last night. It was doom scrolling on my phone, of course, but today was very nice, very long. The 3.5 hour sit was the killer. But the turn that we had to Orange County was, you know, we call it a penalty lap for a reason. But both flights were very, very nice. The first of those flights was 43 minutes, something like that. Very nice. The flight coming back to Las Vegas, we were completely packed. I'm surprised we didn't have people sitting in the bathroom. It was a very nice flight, short, which is always good, full, which is even better. But I had another title holder on board. If you saw yesterday's video, I had a very high profile beauty pageant winner of 2 different titles on board. We had an extraordinary, I mean, I just love her. And then today we had another title holder on. She sat in the opposite, same seat, opposite side of the plane today. And I think she's here to present the crown to the next winner, the next title holder for this next year. Unbelievable conversation about beauty pageants. Like, there's so much to them that you just don't think about because you think, oh, they're just pretty girls on stage. No, there's a whole internal exercise, and you have to grow, and it's a very multi-dimensional thing. I think beauty pageants I've come to appreciate. Blah blah blah. But we had a wonderful time talking, and like so many great passengers. I don't know how many flight attendants get applause for their announcements, but I had applause today, which was really exciting. It was exciting. It was really nice, especially at the end of such a very long day, to think that we were all, my whole crew was able to hold it together, be professional and pleasant and kind, and still get applause for our announcements. It was a good day. It was a good day to be a flight attendant. I'm going to probably hit Taco Bell, no shock to anybody, before I go home, and it is 9:34. So I'm gonna grab a little, like a single taco just to have something in my belly and then go home and love on the cats. And I will, if I think about anything before I end this video, oh, I know, you know what I'll probably do is just take a moment or two to wrap up and make a little synopsis of what Vlogtober was like this year and what I got out of it, and we'll see. All right, I'll see you in a few minutes. Hey guys, how are you? Welcome home, welcome home. So I did stop off at Taco Bell. I got one taco and a small Diet Pepsi with no ice. And they were out of Diablo sauce. How is Taco Bell out of Diablo sauce? But I got back home, took off most of my uniform, leaving this on, so there's nothing, you know, to your imagination there, and keeping it PG. Then got in the day bed and gave Eleanor some belly rubs. Buddy did not want rubs. He wanted to mill around and yell at me for being gone for a couple of days. He has since relinquished yelling at me. We all had some treats, and then they are sitting in front of the open front door. They love to sit by the front door. I have a security grate in front of it so they can't get out, and it's very secure so no one's getting in. But they do like to just look outside, the sound of the cars going by, the lights, and the smells of Las Vegas. I don't know, but they really do like sitting by there. It is the not having an outdoor space, an outdoor patio or backyard or something is the one regret I have about buying this one condo. Because I fantasize about having an outdoor space that I could let Buddy or Eleanor spend some time in, like to build a catio or something, like an enclosure where they could go outside and just kind of hang out and be in the breezes and all that, you know, and see birds and all sorts of stuff. They would love that. And I wish I could give it to them, but I can't. There's no outdoor space where I am. The fantasy is really that I had my last... Do you remember the house? If you've been with me, when I was looking at my condo, when I was looking for a condo, that last place that I put a bid on or an offer on, the seller died the day she was supposed to sign the papers, so that I didn't get that house. That house would have been amazing. That condo would have been amazing because it had a fantastic little outdoor space. It didn't have a garage, though. It had 2 covered parking spots. I guess I like a garage, but... blah, blah, blah. What I wanted to say to you tonight is that a little, I'm not sure synopsis is the right word, but sort of a quick look at Vlogtober this year and whether or not I thought it was a success. I think it was. I think this Vlogtober was a success. They've been different every year I've done them. Now, I've been filming on YouTube since, I want to say, Christmas Eve of 2017. I think it's been that long. It's been Christmas Eve 2017. And I've done Vlogmas and Vlogtober every year since. And each year it's a little different. This year, I think it was more organic and more sort of off the cuff. There was nothing really planned, which maybe was a problem as well. So maybe I could approach December with more of a planned out schedule or something. I'm not quite sure. But I think October, this Vlogtober was, again, very genuine, off the cuff, and organic, which is not a word I should really say that many times. I had a good time. I had a great time. And I love the fact that I've got these videos archived now, so I can kind of look back at my life and I can go back to prior years. Thinking back to Vlogtober when I was walking across a parking lot near my old apartment to go to the supermarket, and I'm filming while I walk through this deserted parking lot surrounded by pigeons and homeless people. You know, when I can flash forward to Vlogtober this year when I have this luxury of having a car and my home and all these things around me. So it's really great to have these videos sort of archived. It's like a journal for me. Some people have suggested that I write a book. I have no idea what I would say. Hi, mildly chaotic life, having surmounted some tragedies and celebrated some things. I mean, what do you write a book about that? You know, how do you do that? So I'm probably never going to write a book, but I definitely have this YouTube channel where as long as YouTube is up and around and alive, I'll have access to an archive of my life over the past few years. So all in all, I think Vlogtober this year was a success. I might try to plan out December a little bit more. I'm wondering whether or not I might be on reserve in December. That'll be something. That'll be something. But in the meantime, I want to thank you so much. You guys know who you are, who have been with me every day this past Vlogtober. You guys are amazing. I don't know if I tell you I love you enough, but I do. I was about to go on a little rant about someone who doesn't love me, but I don't really care. So I think that's it for tonight. I think that's for tonight. That's it for Vlogtober. I almost said I'll see you tomorrow. I might, who knows? But I will see you again very soon. All right? Have a great day. I will see you soon. Why don't I stop? Just stop talking, Steven. Stop talking. Stop talking. Blah, blah, blah. All right. Bye. Fly safe.